All right, here we are, last part of the notes on ellipses. Um, and so we've got our graph here, and it's in center, I guess you'd call it center radius form, even though these aren't radii exactly. Radius is for a circle, but the same idea going on here. And so our center is at 1, -4. 1, -4, that's our h comma k or h comma v. Um, and our distance along on the x-axis is going to be 3, so 3 to the left and 3 to the right. And then our distance along the y-axis is going to be 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and we'll need to figure out where our foci are at in just a moment, but let's go ahead and sketch this ellipse out. Now the vertex on the major axis that is at the x-axis up here. A few of the problems you guys had to deal with in the section on circles talked about being tangent. And this point's tangent to that x-axis. It's going to come up, just barely touch it, and then come on right back down. And it'll meet it at a 90-degree angle along the major axis here. So just a kind of a reminder of what that term means. And so let's find, I guess we already know our vertices. Let's go ahead and find that, or write them down at least. And so we're going to have vertices at, where are we at 1, 0, and at 1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, -8. We'll have vertices on the minor axis at -2, -4, and at 4, -4. Our foci are going to be at, well, we'll have to go through and actually do the work on this, and hopefully you can kind of look at this and figure out what it would, and be reminded. Okay, so our foci are going to be a short piece, so the foci squared plus your minor, the length from the center to the vertices along the minor axis squared is equal to whatever your major axis from center to the vertices there is. So the major axis, that's going to be 4, so 4 squared, and along the minor axis, that's going to be 3, so 3 squared plus c squared. And all right, so that's 9 plus c squared equals 16. Subtract 9 from each side, and we get c squared equals 7. And so c equals the square root of 7. So how far, and hopefully you're remembering that the foci are always on the major axis, and so it's going to be from this value here of, where was our center again? It was at 1, -4. And so hopefully you can see, actually just hold on one second. All right, so if we have a C value of 7, we got to be going vertically along that major axis. So our foci, both the x value for both the foci is going to be 1, and that's not going to be changing. But from the center, we'll be adding the square root of 7, which is somewhere in between 2 and 3, because 2 is the square root of 4, and 3 is the square root of 9. And 7, the square root of 7 is in between there somewhere. So we're going to go up 2, but not quite 3, and down 2, but not quite 3. And so that's going to be at, let's see, -4 minus this, or plus the square root of 7, and -4 minus the square root of 7. All right, I hope that helps.